It's the Falcons and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
After losing a starting job in Tennessee and playing as a backup in Las Vegas, many wondered if Marcus Mariota would get another shot to lead a team. Atlanta gave it to him this season as a bridge from Matt Ryan to the next era. Always a good runner. Don't discount Mariota as a playmaker who can win games for the Falcons. He did take Tennessee to the playoffs in his second season and gained valuable experience in Las Vegas.
That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. There's the option going left on second down. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Lions will take over. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
Certainly a different set of circumstances awaited Jared Goff in Detroit last season after his trade from Los Angeles. He made what he could out of them and managed 3 wins on a rebuilding Lions team. They should improve this year behind Goff after an offseason where they made considerable investments in order to try and improve this ball club.
Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Williams. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that is incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the rookie 5th-round pick. This is Tyler Algier. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9. Mariota. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Algier will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Play fake, Mariota. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. A nice little juke. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Mariota. Zaccheaus here hauling it in.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Goff now to throw.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 29, Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. They find some open field here.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. And connecting here with DJ Chark. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. To the air again. Goff. The open man is Chark. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
That was a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
From the red zone now, Goff.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. That's complete right around the 8.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions nothing.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 up. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and press your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. He'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Nate Sudfeld, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have taken the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And here's Bradley Pinion now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Gets around him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. He'll look to throw. Trying to improvise. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position. You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He wants Reynolds way downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to
Back to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
There was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Swift.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Reynolds.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete. The Lions on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Quintez Cephus.
A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And here now come the Falcons. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Starting the drive with Algier.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons.
Frank Darby.
78 yards.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-to-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here come the Lions now. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 6. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Falcons.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. KhaDarel Hodge has it complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Back to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
10 yards.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. On 2nd, here's Algier, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. He'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Give down here from the shotgun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Koo knocks this one through the post. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And Detroit getting set to go now. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Sudfeld. And he rifles one incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
They're going to look to throw. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
Setting up the screen, here's Algier.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on 2nd down, Sudfeld. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there. Right up there. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Badgley's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Going right side here, and that's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are looking for them. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this one taken in by Cephas. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Quintez Cephas ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who is going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Algier going straight ahead.
He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. He'll drop to throw.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Throw's going to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
He'll drop this down to Jackson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Complete to right.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there at a 1st down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down at the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They run on 1st down with Jackson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
On second down, it's Reynolds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a handoff to Swift.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He gets this complete to Cephas. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Dumps this one off to Algier. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Complete to Gary Lyon. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Falcons.
Algier now up the middle.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So on fourth down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that gets him back within 10. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference, because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Back to throw now on first down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
They'll look to throw here.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
They'll run right here with Swift. And able to get this to the 31.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
On play action, they'll throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll set up a throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Throw caught by Raymond.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Sudfeld. And he whips that one incomplete there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the 1st. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the 1st down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
They'll find Darby. That's complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got Pruitt. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Algier, 27 yards.
And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
27.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And able to get this out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Able to slither by. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll look to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He gets this complete to Cephas.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Back to throw now on 1st down. Complete to Wright.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment. Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here's Swift.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. Badgley able to punch this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.